New Thought Media Network proudly presents Realizing Wholeness with Dr. Ali Benjamin. Thursdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Live on New Thought Media Network and YouTube.com. Now, let's join Dr. Ali in Realizing Wholeness.
Hello and good evening. I'm Ali Benjamin, and this is Realizing Wholeness. I'm so glad that you're joining me tonight, or maybe you're watching this on the as a playback. Whatever, I'm so glad that you're here. So tonight, my topic is Enneagram Wisdom, and so I'm going to be sharing some insights about the Enneagram, and then we're going to a little activation of the head center, the heart center, and the body, or the belly center. And you'll understand what all that means as I share some Enneagram wisdom. So Realizing Wholeness airs every Thursday night and is produced by the New Thought Media Network and sponsored by Satya. Satya is a center for conscious living, and we are all about inspiring minds, healing hearts, transforming lives, and evolving consciousness. And so tonight, as we dive into all things Enneagram, if you have any comments or questions, you're probably watching on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube, you can go ahead and post those in the comments and I'll answer those questions. But meanwhile, I have a little quote, and this is from the Narrative Enneagram, which is one of the branches, one of the organizations that focuses on the Enneagram. So the Enneagram first came to this country, America, in the 20s. And it's, ever since then, it was, oops, sorry, my granddaughter is texting me, turn that sound off. And so it came to this country in the 20s by a gentleman of the name George Gurdjieff. And he was a deeply spiritual man. And so his bringing the Enneagram, the symbol of the Enneagram, to this continent really started a whole lot of people coming together to grow this thing that we now see in bookshops, we see in organizations and businesses and teams working with the Enneagram, which is a symbol. It has a circle with 9 points, a star in the middle, and each of these 9 points represent 9 different personalities or archetypes. And we tend to fall into one of these 9 types, and we lead with a particular number. But having said all that, and you can do your own exploration of this, the teaching I want to share with you this evening isn't about these 9 different personality types. It's based on something that came before the development of that, which Gurdjieff introduced. And these are the 3 centers of intelligence. And so whether you study the Enneagram or not, just understanding the 3 centers of intelligence will help you understand yourself. It will help you to lean on these centers of intelligence more equally, because each of us have all 3 of them. The head, the brain center of intelligence, the emotional center of intelligence, and then the body center of intelligence. And we are using these all the time, whether we know it or not. We're mostly focused here in the West on the mind, and we lean heavily on the mind to help us navigate this earthly experience, navigate our everyday lives. And so when you think of the mind, you can see that there's lots of qualities of the mind. We've got our rational thinking, our ability to reason, intellectualize, and then we have the more subtle things like our memory and our imagination. And these aspects of the mind can be developed, can be used consciously for what, you might be asking? To live our everyday lives and to plan and vision and dream our future. And so our mind is integral to who we are and how we move through the world, how we relate to other people, how we communicate. It's all dependent on us having a mind. And then there's the heart intelligence, our emotional intelligence. And this center of intelligence is so rich and offers us so much support, guidance, and wisdom, but only when we open up to all of the depth of our feelings. And many of us don't like the sad feelings, or we try and push aside things that make us scared or fearful. And so a lot of those emotions that we could actually use to develop ourselves and to vision a new future are sort of stuffed aside or ignored or buried. And building emotional intelligence suggests that we embrace all of our emotions. And so we'll get more into that. Then there's the instinctual center, the body center, and the intelligence of our gut can really support us into action. Now, this is a more primal intelligence. This is our instincts, our intuition, our gut reactions. And we all know about these centers of intelligence, but usually we tend to lean on one. So, having kind of given you a little bit of the framework of these three centers of intelligence, I'm now going to read this quote from the narrative Enneagram. Each Enneagram type has a home base in one of the three centers of intelligence, the head, heart, or body, that shapes our way of being in the world. While everyone experiences all three, each personality type has a particular strength in one of them. This primary center is a key to overcoming blind spots, developing our potential, and improving our relationships. Balancing the three centers helps us achieve a more balanced life. And so in just a little bit, I'm going to do an activation. I'm going to guide you, do a meditation, guided imagery that will have you explore these three centers right where you are, right inside you, so you can activate them. And this is important because when we're in relationships, when we're working out in the world, when we're going about our pastimes, our hobbies, we always have an opportunity to interface with people, with nature, with things that we're doing. And when we can have all three activated online in coherence, then we're more grounded, we're more sturdy, we're more aligned with that deeper part of us. I call it our soulful self. This part of us that isn't blown around by what's going on in the outside world. That part of us that is steady and constant. And so as we start to shine the light of awareness and find out, well, which center of intelligence do I lean on the most? which center of intelligence maybe is at the very bottom that I don't even really consider much at all. Because if you're a head type and you lean predominantly on the wisdom of your intellect, then you could be missing some deep emotional wisdom that could have you say yes to things that your head would say no, or vice versa. And when we when we turn on the intelligence of our gut center, the wisdom of our instincts and intuition, then we're more tuned in to what's for us and what's not. Because sometimes our head can say yes, our heart can say yes, but there's that gut instinct that says no. Don't go that way. Don't say yes to that, say no. Or say no to that, don't say yes. And when we can have a closer connection, when our mind and our heart and our belly center are all online, then we make more grounded, authentic, wise decisions. So that's a little bit about the three centers, and a little bit more here. And this is from one of my teachers, Beatrice Chestnut. And she writes in her book, the Enneagram is based on 9 personality types grounded in 3 centers of intelligence that determine how we take in and process information from the outside world. We think and analyze using our head center. Many are dominated by this center, and their experience is shaped by their thoughts. They are analytical and imaginative and know how to plan and make sense of things, but they can be overly logical and detached from feelings and emotions. So maybe that's you. Maybe you relate to that head center type. Maybe you're very tuned in to analyzing and thinking, and your experience is shaped by your thinking. And then we feel emotions. Let's talk about the heart center. We feel emotions and connect with others by using our heart center. Many are dominated by this center, and their experience is shaped by feelings. They're usually emotionally intelligent and empathetic and value connection and relationships, but they can be overly focused on image and fear rejection. So maybe that's you. Maybe you're a heart type. If you see the world and process the world through the filter of your emotions and your relationships and your connections with others, then maybe you're a head type. And then we experience life through our senses using the body center. Many are dominated by this center, and their experience is shaped by sensations. They're usually committed and responsible and value truth and honor, but they can be judgmental and inflexible. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're able to process the world around you by this internal sense of the sensations that are going on in your body and how you react and respond to your environment. Okay, so let's do a little meditation and journey deeply into our 3 centers. So if you will, take a moment to close your eyes and take a few deep centering breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Another deep breath, inhale and exhale. Another deep centering breath, inhaling and exhaling. And turn your attention inside. Go inside yourself and down, all the way down. Feeling the surface that you're on, feeling supported and grounded and connected. Just noticing any sensations inside you. And as you breathe and steady yourself, I invite you to bring your attention into your head center. This is located right there at the top. And as you bring your awareness to your mind, I want you to notice that you've got this local mind, your mind, this, in many senses, we think of ourselves as our mind. We think we are who we think we are, but we are so much more than our thoughts. We're so much more than our emotions. We're so much more than our body. We are that which has a mind, has emotions, has a body. You are a soul, a spiritual being that contains these three aspects: body, mind, and emotions, and spirit. And so your soul, your oversoul, has connection with all three intelligence centers. So as we start with the local mind, this is our ability to think and process and reason and rationalize. It also has the ability to imagine, to remember. And so all of this goes on within the local mind. And then there's the non-local mind. And the non-local mind is what I call the mind of the universe, the divine mind, the infinite realm of possibilities and potentialities that when we're still, when we're fully present, we can expand our focus of attention from our local mind into the greater mind. And so this meditation is an opportunity for you to feel how you interface your local mind with the greater mind of infinite possibilities and potentialities. And so as we focus our attention on the non-local mind, you might consider asking the question, what do I want to know? Or another way of framing this up, what does the divine mind or the greater mind want me to know? And then listen. This activation takes a deep listening to the wisdom beyond your own mind, the greater mind, the mind of the universe, and listen. What does the mind of the universe want you to know today? Now we're dropping down into the heart center. And in the heart center, we have our local heart that consists of all of our feelings, all of our emotions. And as we tune in to this local heart, you might ask yourself, what have I been feeling today? And just pay attention. There's no good or bad or right or wrong things to feel emotionally. Sometimes there's fear, sometimes there's anger, sometimes sadness, and sometimes happiness. And just allow and welcome all of the emotions. And just allow them to be. And if any sadness or fear or anger or happiness arise, just sit with that and experience that emotion. And now I want you to consider beyond the local heart, there's the greater heart, the greater love of the universe, agape love, unconditional love, love that we feel from maybe something we see, like a beautiful sunset, beautiful sunrise, when we gaze into the eyes of a loved one, maybe a child or an animal companion, maybe when we are doing something that we love doing, maybe creating something, and we feel this deep sense of love that is universal, that all sentient beings have an affinity towards love, being loved, and loving. And so as we expand from our local heart to the greater heart of the universe, you might ask yourself, what does love want me to feel and know today? And listen. Very good. And now we're going to go down even deeper into the third center of intelligence, which is the body center. And the body center is when we feel this intelligence within us, it feels like that or feeling, that yes or no, that gut reaction, that knee-jerk reaction to things. We get a sense of which direction to go in, what's good for us and what's not. This deep sense of inner knowing that we can experience when we are aware of it, that exists within our body. Somatic awareness. Equally as important as our intelligence, our emotions, is the wisdom of our body, our somatic wisdom, our heart wisdom, and our head wisdom. And so as you consider this deep inner knowing, this intuition, things that you know without really knowing why or how you know them, and you activate that, you call upon that, you lean on that more frequently, then you're in a space, in a place to make three-centered decisions, wise decisions and choices to move in your life and move through the world with a greater intelligence, mental, emotional, and somatic intelligence. And so when you consider that the local body, this local intelligence center, can really support you in your world and in your life, and then you expand it out to the greater body of the universe. Because what I know at a very minute level, a quantum level, is that we are all connected. We are all made up of the same quantum material, the same as the stars, as the moon, the same as the earth, the oceans, the mountains. all the people, we're all made up of the same stuff. So we're all connected in this way. And so when we tune in to the greater body, the greater field, we can then feel more connected. We can get a sense of what everything needs, everyone needs, and what we can bring into our life, and how we can organize our intelligence from the head, from the heart, and from the body in service of the whole, in service of the one. And we realize wholeness and oneness. And so as you breathe into this body center, activating, how do you activate? You say yes. Yes, I listen to the wisdom of my body. Yes, I'm tuned in to the greater body of the universe. Yes, I listen to the wisdom of my heart. Yes, I receive love from every direction. Universal love. I tune in to the frequency of love and allow it to build me up, guide me, supply me. I tune in to the wisdom of my mind, my local mind, my intellect, my rational mind, my reasoning mind, also my imagination and my memories. And in this way, I have this rich storehouse, this well of information, in limitless possibilities and potentialities when we open up from our local mind to the non-local mind. Infinite possibilities, potentialities that exist within the divine mind or the universal mind. And so let's do some breath work, connecting all three centers, activating all three centers, taking a deep breath in, all the way down to the gut, all the way back up to the heart, and then exhale through the head. Inhale into the head, down into the heart, into the belly. Exhale, bringing it back through the heart and out of the mouth. Very good. And here's one more activation. And you can do this with the Om sound. The belly is the Ah, the heart is the Ooh, and the throat is the Mm. And so we activate all three centers. Let's do this together. Bring the breath down into the belly. Let's activate all three centers again with another Om. Inhaling down into the belly. Very good. And one more time. Taking in a deep inhale and drawing all your breath down into your belly center, deep down. Inhaling. Very good. Peace and blessings to you. I hope that this has supported you in activating all three centers of intelligence. If you would like to support this ministry, you can donate at satyalive.org, or you can Venmo or PayPal Satya Center. Again, I'm Ali Benjamin, and I'm losing. Here we go. You can email me at the satyacenter@gmail.com. Peace and blessings to you. Lots of love to you right where you are. And I love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.